What is up, my people? It's your girl Cindy with a Y. I haven't shot any content in a very long time. I've actually been recording content and meaning to edit and meaning to put out some content, but I've been doing so much work on myself for the past few months, and I just decided to take a content creating break. And today I'm doing some content with a difference. I'm just having a sit down, a conversation with you to talk about something that my friends have been telling me. You're such a good mom, you look like you have it all together, you just seem to have everything down. And I want to put things into context about how things have been going down. And I'm not going to overshare or tell you too much about my life, but I've always said that this channel, and I've always felt that this channel is not just about creating vibes and creating vlogs and creating content about what I'm doing in my life and making it exciting like many other channels that you can find on YouTube. My channel is about purpose, and it's about sharing real life information that can help someone out there. So to put things in context, I got divorced in 2020. I was separated for a year before that. I went from living in a 2-bedroom home with my kids, and we stayed there for another year after I got divorced. But the cost of living was just too much. I couldn't keep up with the payments. I was struggling on my own because now I was left to my own devices and I needed to fend for my kids. It was just too much. My friends were on rotation for helping me out with when I needed things, and I'm a very independent person, and so having to humble myself and say, hey, do you have a couple of $100 to borrow me until month end? It was hard. I made the choice there that I needed to do something different, because they say that when you're forced to do different things if you want something different. I did not want to keep borrowing money. I did not want to ask for favors. I knew that my salary was only so much. So I needed to get a second job, and that's when I started creating content, got involved with a different network group, and I basically put myself out there and was open to creating content for others and managing social media accounts, etc. So that was my second job. So that is one thing that I decided to do differently, which I'm so grateful for, because I learned that you can do things differently. And then I started getting onto my feet. Then I needed to move out of my 2-bedroom home because the cost was just too much, and to be honest, I was evicted from my house because of payments that weren't made, etc. I needed to make a plan very, very quickly. I then moved into this place, which is a 1-bedroom flat that me and my 2 kids live in comfortably. We don't lack anything. We have everything that we need here, but it's smaller. Our space is limited, our packing space, our storage space is different. And so I needed to make that adjustment, and it was unsettling initially because we went from living in a home that I lived in for 8 years. My son lived in for most of his life, and my daughter was young, so she spent the least time there. And so that was that, right? Moved here in a beautiful area, safe area, with someone that I really trust. And that was a way that I needed to downgrade my lifestyle. And that was hard. It was hard to do that. At the same time, I needed to sell my car. I had a new car with nice rims and aircon, and it just had everything that I needed, and it looked sexy and all of those things, and I needed to sell it. And I didn't know, I knew I needed to sell it because I couldn't afford the payments for that either. And my parents approached me and said They can't see me taking an Uber every day. They can't see me traveling or being without transport. They are going to give me their car. And then they went to buy a new car, and I'm so grateful for that, because just in hindsight it was a blessing, and I'm grateful every single day to my parents for doing that for me. So yeah, so those are two things. I needed to downgrade my house, and I needed to downgrade to my parents' car, which they are borrowing me. So I needed to make adjustments. Then I moved from a company. I started making applications to other places, and then I was approached by an agent about this position. Started at my new company. If you didn't see that video when I changed my position, I went from a company that I worked for 23 years and moved to this new company, and it's been 9 months basically with this new company, and it's been an adjustment. So I needed to make big life changes in order to be where I am today, and I'm enjoying every moment with my kids. I'm enjoying my life again because I have peace of mind. My finances are in order. I can finally enjoy my money again. I have no debt. I'm working to make sure that I don't put myself in a position where I owe anybody money, and I am making sure one of my goals on my vision board for this year was to be present and to be present with my kids, and not just to be there, because I was always so bogged down with so much that I needed to do, so much that I needed to get through. And I have reached that goal, I think, as a mom now, where I'm present with my kids and I'm making sure that I'm there for them 100%. Every time we go out with their homework, with their schoolwork, their projects, I'm present, because now I can focus on them. So why I'm telling you all of this is because I want you to know that I don't have it all together. I never did. I showed you content about wonderful things that happened in my life, or took you to places that were nice and pretty and whatever. But being a single mommy is not easy. So why I'm also saying this is because there might be somebody out there that's going into a new relationship, or that is contemplating getting divorced, or contemplating getting married. I'm not pro-divorce. I just found myself in a position where I needed to get out of the marriage. But what I do want to tell you is, before you get into a relationship, have the hard conversations. You need to know who you're going to be journeying with for the rest of your life. How do they argue? How do they deal with their finances? How do they pay their debt? What is their spiritual life like? Do they pray? Do they believe in a God? Do they have a spiritual life? How do they communicate? How do they speak to you? What is important to them, and do they make communication a priority? What is their family values? What do they believe in? What is important to them? What is important? Do you share that in common? Those are 5 things that I think are critical that you need to understand. Sex life is important, 100%. You need to understand what does this person think about sex? Is it important? Because that is a big part of your relationship too. Going out, friends, what is okay, what is not okay. Understand that person's relationship with others. Understand if they have other friends, or if they don't have friends, or if they're okay with you having friends. There's more that I could add to that list, but I think those are the top 7 for me that you need to know and understand. What got me through the past few years is definitely self-improvement, working on myself, making little changes to myself. And when I look back at the past few years, I was really wilding out. I went through a phase where I just wanted to party all the time and be out and find myself again, and I did. But I'm past that stage now. I have enjoyed this past 6 months where it was just quiet. I sat with myself, with my emotions and everything that I needed to sit with. I journaled. I spend a lot of time journaling and writing my thoughts because I don't have a partner that I can speak to. So my journal is my way of communicating. I have lots of friends, and close group of friends as well. People, there's different friends with different things, but I spend a lot of time with my friends, with my family, and they have gotten me through the darkest time. So yeah, I will be shooting some more content, and I will be back on my channel again on a regular, but I thought I would just share some information. Cindy doesn't have it all together. She's putting it all together because when your life gets shattered, and that's what divorce does, it shatters your whole image of your life. You have to pick up pieces one at a time and try to piece it together, and then pick up the next piece and try to get it together. So yeah, I hope that puts things into perspective, and you can do hard things. I'm surprised at all of the things that I've gotten through, not on my own, with God's strength and with support and with guidance and with prayer. Never did it on my own, but I always believe that there's better out there, and there's good out there, and that's the energy that I give out, and that's what I'm attracting. And anything that's not that has to go. Anything that's not that has to go. So yeah, thank you for joining me on my channel, and if you haven't subscribed yet, you know what to do. Hit that button. All you need is an email account, and it's free. And if you hit the notification button, it will let you know as soon as I put up a new video. So thank you for joining, and I'll see you next time. Bye.